welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Green. Let's just get the laughing out of the way right away. Let's just get it out there. Um, okay, I'm going to get started with the show right away. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Okay, don't get scammed. Anybody who reaches out to you, don't listen to them. They're probably scammers. Okay, this show goes live every Monday at noon for approximately 60 minutes. I answer your questions um, and help you connect with loved ones on the other side. Please make sure you have an exact question about life, love, career. No questions about health because of, social media guidelines. Make sure I can understand your question. Just make it clear and to the point. Okay, just one clear to the point question, please, and thank you. If you'd like to call in, you can use Podbean to call in. I'm Toni Green, psychic, medium, channel, healer, hypnotist, and author. Every Tuesday, I go live with a book club, What If? A Transformational Guide. And I think that's it. The show goes live on WSCS, Food Rangers TV, all of their affiliate stations, streaming channels, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's what I have for that. Okay, I'm going to start with songs and then names if I have any, and then I'll go into your questions. All righty. So the first song is, I'm not sure I'm getting the right word for this song, but something about turn me on and turn me loose. I've been thinking about this all morning, and I'm not getting any other words to the song, so I really can't. But just based on that line, I'm supposed to turn you on and put you to the streets? Damn this song. Or this little turn me on and turn me loose. I don't get it. Okay, and then the next song is that song that goes, Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. That song. No other words except for Amadeus. If you know that song, you know it. And then that song, the Pee Wee Herman song, na 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 na, not tequila, tequila. That song. There were some songs on. I did a songs video on TikTok, but it ended up. I don't know what I did with it. It just didn't. It didn't show up in my TikToks. It showed up in the shorts. The next song, and I'm going to see if any songs are coming in again now. And again, these songs are songs your loved one knew. They could be a message for you or answering a question. They could be the next time you hear the song, it is your loved one is with you. It's a confirmation in some way. So the next song is Take It to the Limit One More Time. That comes up often on this show. Any other songs? Something about When I'm With You. I'm not getting a beat or anything other than that. But if the song is for you, you're going to know. Okay, you're just going to know it's for you. Okay. Now I'm going to go into names. This could be a person, place, or thing, pet, It's a confirmation, and it can be for more than one person. It can be the name of a person, place, or thing. Okay, so the first one is Bob, the next one is Joanne, the next one is uh, Michael, the next one is Jerome, the next one is Lana, Lana, the next one is, I'm just hearing Hebrew. The next one is like Jericho, Jericho, Jericho or Jericho or Jericho. I don't know. Or Jericho. I don't know. Alrighty then. Moving right along. Let's keep the show going. The next person, place, thing, name confirmation is um, pull it together. The next one is okay. Whew, Tina, Tina. The next one is like Millie or malignant or both of those. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I really don't know. Okay, now we are going to go into questions. In between questions, if songs come in, I will tell you, oh, my nose itches. You guys know that means there are children present. So if you know of children on the other side, they're here. Tommy. Trina, Tina again, and then Troy. I hear those names too. All T's. How about that? Okay, we're gonna get started with questions. And you guys, if it's not appropriate or for whatever reason I'm not supposed to answer your question on air, I'm just gonna skip it and you can put a different question in the chat. Ahana, I'm going to tell you, don't ask that on air. You don't want other people knowing who they are. I don't know why I'm hearing that for you, but I am. Please ask a different question, and then I will answer a different question for you, Ahana. Hey, Betty Boop and Crazy Lady on Podbean and Aggie. I'm just going to call you Aggie. Okay. Lisa says, hi, Toni. Is there a message or any advice from my grandma? Her name is Angie. Yes. So the first thing I hear is a song, and it says, move on down the line about a half a mile or so. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're thinking of doing, I feel like it's time for you to move forward. I feel like it's time for you to keep pushing it forward, is the way I'm going to say it. Take that step, take that action, move forward, do what you want to do. So that is what I am getting for you, Lisa. And the other thing I want to say, or your grandma would want to say to you, Lisa, not me, your grandma, is don't take everything so like seriously. Relax a little bit. Don't take it so seriously. Allow it to kind of ebb and flow. Understand things come, they go, they're here, they're there. So just understand that. I'm going to try to go back and forth between YouTube questions and Podbean questions, but Pat Haley did make a donation. I don't know why I always say Pat's last name. I never say anybody else's full name on here, but for some reason for her I do. But she did make a donation. So I'm going to try. I really hope I understand this question correctly. My son stumbled upon a high school art teacher. I think it's supposed to be high school art teacher. Finally, I got it. My son stumbled upon a high school art teacher in her 80s. I was like, what's a height school? Do they teach you to be tall? And that's not even how you spell height. Oh, it's a good thing I cracked me up. She brought him to an art show panel at 5 Points Art Center. We both are excited. He could go in any direction. What do you see? Also confirming you're speaking of manual labor for him. He met up with an old friend who is a proof woodworker, and the art center has workshops. Okay, so I feel like this has whatever this is for him, it has potential. He has to stay on top of it, and there's a fine line between pushing and like assertiveness and overbearing. So he has to kind of find that fine line of letting them know he's there, he's interested, and not being too pushy, or I don't want to use the word needy, but being too pushy, but being very professional in the way of saying, yep, I'm available, I can do it, sort of thing. Okay. He also needs to look in other areas. I feel like there should be a couple of different areas where there are opportunities for him, if that makes sense. I hope it does, Pat. I really hope that makes sense, love. Okay, Betty Boop, am I allowed to ask a question for a friend? She can't ever call in because she's working. Sure, go ahead. Let me see if you can. Will my friend Cece be moving? You know what? Not right now. No, I hear no right away. Not right now. Her mind might be in it, but her heart is not. Her mind is in it. Like in her mind, she might be thinking, I want to move, or I should move, or can I move? I feel like her heart is not in it right now. So I feel like in a very, is she going to move? If her heart was more in it, everything would fall into place. But I feel like as of right now, just as of this moment, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. If she does move, it might not be until later on in the year. But I don't know, like in her head, I don't know if it's a scenario of she feels like I should move, I need to move, it would be better if I move, but she's really not ready for it. I'm not sure, sweetie. I hope that that makes sense to you. Hey, Queen. Thank you for joining the show. Crazy Lady. Helen, thank you for joining the show. Amar, thank you for being here. Sounds accurate, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go to the you're welcome, Betty Boop. Thank you so much for the question. Lisa says, oh, I did Lisa. Emma says, hello, I really want to know how people around me perceive me. Okay, Emma, um, I'm going to say this with a lot of love. Um, and I hope you understand. Who cares? Be you, be fabulous. Who cares how people perceive you? Don't worry about what other people think. If you knew, I'm just going to tell you this from the perspective and the place I'm at. Most people are so in their head about thoughts just like that, they're not perceiving anybody else. Now, if you're talking about on a professional level, how do my coworkers see me? How do am I doing okay at work? That's a different thing, but how do people perceive you? Um, for the most part, you have to take an attitude of who cares. How people see you is typically how they see themselves and they project it upon others. And I would just say, as long as you are in a space that is where you are being a decent human being, don't worry about what other people think and say about you. Because one person might think this, another person might think this. You can't please both of them. You can't please everyone. Don't worry, unless it's a professional setting. Don't worry. Just be you, okay? That's what I have to say. Hi, I'm not sure you can answer this. I exhausted all avenues. I want to put a marker on my grandmother's grave. No cemetery, but no exact location of burial. I don't know. I'm not sure I understand what your question is. Hi, I'm not sure you can answer this. I exhausted all avenues. I want to put a marker on my grandmother's grave. You know the cemetery, but not exact location of burial. I'm not sure what you want me to tell you here. Please clarify that. AGY, please clarify. Do you want me to tell you? I'm not sure. Can you, but just clarify what you're asking for me, please, so that I can answer that for you. Do you want to know what grave, what burial? I would need to see a map. Do you want to know, is it okay to put a marker? Um, yeah, just if you can clarify that what exactly you want me to answer, that would be great. I would appreciate that. Um, hmm. Okay, I thought there was another question. Now I can't find it. Okay, now I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna go to the next question on YouTube. Barely Soulful. I'm very sure that I saw 3 fairies when I was a kid. Love that. So, is that true, and why that happened? What was the message? It's crazy because as kids, we see so much more. We haven't been told yet that it's not possible, that that's imagination. So we can just see so much more as a kid than than we do as adults. Um, so I'm sure you saw Barely Soulful a lot more than that when you were a kid. That's one of the things you remember, but I'm sure you saw a lot more than that. Crazy, crazy lady, crazy Polaroid. Crazy Polaroid says, "Hi, do you see me making money from graphic design this year?" Yes. You have to be really ahead of the game this year. You have to really, really be out there, putting yourself out there and putting like your marketing out there. I'm going to tell you, I was talking with a friend this weekend, and I was telling her I was looking for something for myself online, and it was to edit my book. And I realized with AI, so many businesses s- are already starting to be, I don't want to say unnecessary, but it's really do you know how Uber interrupted taxis? Um, like AI is starting to interrupt some of these fields. So one of them was editing my book. I've had a book I've been sitting on. I want to get it edited, but so they have programs to edit books, to ghostwrite books, to proofread books, to completely write, edit, and whatever, all the books, to write songs for you. This is all AI. You can give them the concept of the song you want, and they'll do the whole song. They'll do the music video. They'll do complete ads for anything you want to sell. Zeely, Zeely will do a complete ad for anything you want to sell. Um, what else? So movies, you can do short movies and longer movies with AI. Not only write this movie for me, but they'll do the whole screen of it, which is, especially if it's animation. It's very interesting what so many people are so excited about, and not realizing they need to find a new job. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just saying it's very interesting because this is where it's starting. And I know personally how I feel about AI, even though it can tend to be very helpful. Um, One of the things with AI is people believe this is some all knowing center in the universe that's giving them the most accurate answer. It's not true. The AI, the answers are coming from other humans. Um, it's, and some of the things I've mentioned in the past, where because AI is not human, they can use it in very invasive ways. Um, I'm a person that can see where this is going and what they're going to do with it. I can see that. And it's here. It's not going away. And as a matter of fact, the GOV has technology that far, far precedes even what we are seeing right now. Um, so it's something we have to be careful with. The information we put on any technology now, the information that we extract from it, because it's not 100% accurate. It's not 100% accurate. It's not every answer you get from AI. You can go to one and get an answer and then go to another, and it will give you, like if we're saying Chat GPT versus Gemini, or Grok. They may all three give you different answers to the exact same question. Is it helpful? Yes. Do I think we should start to become dependent on it? No. And for a bit of time now, some of the career options that I've been telling people have been things that AI cannot replace. And that's really, 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 if you're in a career that AI can replace, maybe it's not going to replace everybody that does what you do, but I would start looking at what else you can do, advancing your skills, learning more. And I'm going to tell you, here's and AI does have it definitely has its benefits. I mean, I edited over 10,000 words by myself yesterday afternoon. Well, not by myself. AI edited 10,000 words, over 10 like 10,000 words for me yesterday for my book, which crazy. I didn't think it had that many words, but apparently I can talk. It has its benefits, it has its place. I'm just saying, as we move forward with this, the careers it's going to replace and the industries it's going to disrupt. That's it. It's going to disrupt a lot of industries, which, okay, make sure you have backup plans. Make sure you're looking at different things that you can do. Anything human to human is going to be really, really very important in the future. Robotics is going to be real. If I had a kiddo that was starting school, I might try to help them go into a field that was either going to be something like robotics or something that was human to human, like, for example, the medical field, but human to human medical field. Human to human. Something like massage therapy is going to, we're not going to, in a couple of years, we're not going to have enough massage therapists and people who do any type of touch therapy, because as we go more into technology, as we hit more into that technology and social media and people isolating due to social media and other things, they are going to be reaching out to these areas. I thought of a great name for a place for people to, maybe it's not a great name, but meat market, like MEET market, like meetup. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, anyway, moving forward, look at that. But you're, so for with your graphic design company, make sure you're keeping up with all technology and make sure you're putting yourself every place you can. Do your marketing, okay, love? Please do your marketing. Love Light wants to know, DB, my Scorpio next action towards me. Right now, it's very. I'm not getting a lot of movement. Love Light, are you here? Love Light, are you here? Is your Scorpio on a break from you or traveling in a different area? What's going on with your Scorpio? Because I'm not getting there's going to be like a ton. I'm not. If you guys are in connection, if you guys are in if you guys are in connection, I feel like that connection is going to stay the same. There's going to be nothing new. But if you're not in connection, wherever you are, it's going to stay the same. That's what I'm getting. Crazy Polaroid. Okay. Okay. AGY on Podbean says, sorry, I can't find the exact location to place marker. Never had one. Mom passed. I promised her I would do that. Okay. It's on this wherever this cemetery is. I'm going to tell you. This is the only information I'm getting. It's on the south, in the south part of the cemetery east. In the south part of the cemetery east is what I'm getting. Now, you may never know the exact location, and I'm going to tell you to your grandma. I believe this is for your grandma. Let me to your grandmom. I believe it's your grandmom. I Yeah, it's your grandmother. I'm so sorry. I believe she doesn't really even, if you are not able to do this, she doesn't mind. You could set this is what I'm seeing for you, AGY. If you if you wanted to set up a place that you could do, you could get a plant and have that be it, and she would be very, very happy. I don't feel like, I don't know that you're ever going to get the exact location for her, and I apologize for that. But I do feel like it is in the south and to the east, but I also hear west, so I don't know. I think it's in the south and east. That's what I've predominantly heard. And without a map or seeing something, I may not be able to tell you unless you came to me and said, there are 5 plots, and you had them numbered and asked me which one. To ask me to figure out in a cemetery that you, with no name and no markers, where it is when I don't really have a visual, that's a big ask, love. Um, Crazy Lady says, and I seem to have 2 guides now. Is that possible? Yeah, you can have a lot more than 2 guides. When we're learning something new, when we're doing something new, when we're doing something different, or new people are coming into our life, we can get more guides that help us. So we don't only always have one guide. I think it's very rare if we have one guide, because we have guides for different parts of our life. So yes, Crazy Lady, that is your question for the day. Thank you so much. Okay, next, Eliza, will I meet someone this week? No. Or next month on vacation? No. But I do feel like you have, Eliza, hold on. I feel like you are going to meet someone soon. And then it might be late February, March. Um, I don't know that it's going to be on vacation. I wish it was while you were traveling, but then again, I'm happy it's not, because long distance relationships can be tough. Eliza, I feel like there is a potential for you to meet somebody in January, but it won't go anyplace. It's going to be a stall or stale, or just not, oh, excuse me, not work out the way you would want it to. It just isn't meant to go very far. But and then on vacation, I feel like you're just going to be like vacationing. If you did meet somebody, it might be a one and done. But by end of February, beginning of March, there is the potential for you to meet someone home, meaning wherever you live, and I feel like that connection will be very strong. Okay, I hope that helps, Eliza. Hey, Fawn, how are you? Angel up above, how are you? Okay, Raymond wants to know what's coming in for me in love in 2026. In 2026, you're going to have, Raymond, be careful not to spread your love too thin or around too much. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just getting, don't spread yourself thin. And you're asking about love. So if that's not about love, just in general, don't spread yourself too thin in any area, Raymond. And the next thing that I'm getting from you or for you is to, when you meet somebody, take your time. And they often say that. I do feel like, you know, I'm going to say in June, you may meet people prior to June, given the fact that you're out and about. But in June, I feel like in June, you have the potential to meet two, between 2 and 4 people, like feast or famine, right, folks? Feast or famine. You have the potential to meet 2 to 4 people in June, all of them in June. And then in July, you're going to know who, well, you'll kind of know right away who you want to move forward with. But by July, given the fact that you're out and about and in that space, you're going to meet someone. You know, I'm just going to say this. A lot of times we are asking, when am I going to meet someone? When is this going to happen for me? But we need to be in the place where we are ready to meet someone and be serious about it and move forward. Sometimes we're still like, we can have great options in front of us. I've had a lot of really good options, really good people in front of me. And because I wasn't ready to move forward for whatever reason, it didn't go anyplace. Okay. But they were really incredible people. But I just wasn't there. I wasn't feeling it. I like my peace. I love where I am right now. When I'm ready, people will present. People will be there if they're supposed to be there. So when you ask about, am I going to meet someone? Am I going to have love? Number one question: are you ready? Have you let go of the past? Have you let your guard down? Are you ready to be in a relationship with someone? And then my next question would be, are you, excuse me, are you hooked on how it should be or how they should be? And is that based on what you really want for your future or what you think it should be? Okay, so like there's this whole 666 thing. 6 figures, 6 feet tall, and I can't remember what the other six is, but whatever it is. If you're hooked on that, the chances of you having a really healthy, because you're looking for the wrong things, maybe, maybe not. Be practical about what you really want. Do some internal work about what do you want the relationship to feel like, look like, and how do you want it to move forward? It starts in the mind, it ignites the heart, and then it comes together. If you can't visualize that, if you can't feel it, chances are it's not going to happen. But for so many of us, it's getting over and being ready to move on from something that happened. Because although we think our brain is there to think and yada, 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 and I'm probably going to say this wrong, so please forgive me, I'm doing the best I can. Our brain's job is to protect us. So if we feel like we've been through a whatever type of situation, our brain, in all of its protective mechanisms, might not let us get out there and really start moving forward again. If we don't feel safe, we probably won't do it. Okay. So I'm going to do a little clearing today for to heal, clear, release any past situation, any past love or other relationship, Because sometimes things happen with a friend or a family member and it puts us on guard. Emotions are emotions. If we get hurt, we get hurt. We're going to heal, clear, release the hurt, the pain, the suffering, pull it all, the stigma that came with this, and the vows we took. Sometimes it's funny that that came up because I wasn't even thinking of that. We only think of vows like for marriage and such. And sometimes when we end a relationship, we are like, I will never, blah, 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 blah. Like, I will never allow myself to be in love with that. I will never do that again. I will never let someone do that to me. But that's like such a strong statement. And our words are such powerful determiners of where we're going in life. So we have to undo any vows, words, anything that's stopping or blocking us from moving forward, which I'm doing right now. And you can come back and listen to this again and again. And then we feel safe in we feel safe and secure in relationships. I get to know, let's heal, clear, release that. And as we come up on Valentine's Day and everybody's thinking about relationships and, having someone in their life, let's heal, heal, clear, release all of that, pull it all from us, remove it from us. Anything that is stopping or blocking us from healthy relationships, let's heal, clear, release. Who? Anybody else feeling that? Because I sure the heck am. Okay, there we go. That's that. You can come back again and listen to this until you feel like it's completely gone. Raymond, June, and again, don't spread yourself too thin and be open to possibilities. And I'm going to say this for you, Raymond. I don't know if I got this for you before or not, but don't. I'm going to try to say this in the best way possible. Go for the practical person, not the like sometimes, and this, I know this happens with so many of my female clients. There's the potential for a person to come in that's a really good person, but at the same time, they meet somebody who like triggers that energy or that, oh my God, or he's so whatever, that like, oh, he's really hot, or like a guy would say, oh, she's a nice trick, or she would be easy, or she's so hot, all the guys, blah blah blah. But you're not serious about her, you just want to conquer her. And for the woman, they might think, oh my gosh, this guy is, but he's a player. Okay. So but right next to that person, the really toxic player, playette, whatever you want to call them, is the person. But you can't take your eyes off of the forbidden fruit or the forbidden candy. So you end up with going through this whole tornado of a thing with someone that pleased your eyes but destroyed everything else. Okay. So be really careful, Raymond, that when this comes, I mean, they're literally saying choose wisely. Choose very wisely. Okay. All righty. Let me see. I'm sorry, my nose is so runny, you guys. Allergies are crazy right now. So excuse this. So sorry. But better than just letting it run. I'm just going to stand on that. Hey, Amy. Hi, Toni. Is there any business message for Dr. Sweeney? You guys, I'm just gonna I want to point something out here. Amy, I'm not going to answer that, and this is why. I appreciate the fact that you're asking for someone else. Um, there's so much energy in the show right now. So when I'm answering a question, I typically connect to your energy. Um, so please ask a question. You guys just please ask questions for yourself, please. And I don't mind once in a while I might be able to do I can do it if we're on the phone in a private session, and I do private sessions. So if you have a lot of questions or something I can't or won't answer on air, you can call and schedule that private session. And if you want to, if it's that important, Dr. Sweeney or you can pay for that, but I'm not gonna tap into that. If they wanna know, they can come join the show is the way I'm gonna say that. And to that person, that doesn't make me a bad person. Okay? Don't email me. Okay, Karma Karen says, "Good morning, Tony. Question: How is February for looking with my Aquarius?" Good. Good. It seems I hear the word copacetic. 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 Okay, Deep on Podbean says, "Hi Tony, I'm looking for a lodger for my spare room. A Turkish lady called Chala, 39 years old, forgive me if I can't pronounce that, came to sweep the room yesterday. She was made redundant and is looking for a job. She said she will be able to pay the rent. Do you see her being the right person to rent my room to?" No, no, Deep, no. And here's the thing, yeah. Here's a thing, in almost every area of the world, once someone gets into your property and is living there, it's very, 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 very difficult to get them out. And people will say anything to get in. The fact that she does not have a job, just business wise, you do not, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Do not do this. Um, you're welcome, Deep. I'm gonna tell you, it will be such a hard lesson for you to learn. When somebody comes to have a room, you have them fill out an application the same as if they're renting the whole property. That gives you the ability to check their credit, if you have credit scores where you are, their banking, and to verify their employment and where they lived before. And you don't call the last place they lived, you call the place before that. The last place wants them out. Okay, wherever they're living now, they want them out. So, so you have to call the place before that to get the honest answer. Learned that one the very hard way when I had a property that I rented out. Um, so what I would say to you is don't this is a no, but I do feel like you are going to find somebody that is a much safer person that will actually be able to pay it. And this person, I feel like there might be something. I'm not diagnosing anybody. There might be something in the mind that's a little like do 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 do. But once you get them in, you will not be able to get them out, whether they pay or not, and it will be horrible. Okay. Um, And when you do rent to somebody, make sure you have a list, like a regular lease, a list that is very exact for the terms of the rental and the shared areas and food and everything, okay? And be careful. Okay. Hey, Sam, I am. Hey, Heather. Let's go to the next person. And I feel like I may have missed some, and I apologize if I miss anybody. Okay, Jennifer, Song Blue. Okay, It's not that tu it's not it's that "Turn Me On and Turn Me Loose" is not the Loverboy version. I know that song, and it instantly I know that song. This feels more like it was, like, maybe a country song or something. Uh, okay. Okay. Hi, Izzy. Turn me yeah, Karen remembers it. I don't really I believe I've heard it, but it has been a very, very long time, and they're only giving me that verse, "Turn me on and turn me loose," and I believe again, I'm gonna say, I believe it's a country song. I love Okay, I'm in the part of the comments where I was at the beginning of the show, Izzy, can you, you wanna know what's coming in for love, past, new, both? Thank you. Okay, you guys, that's like I'm gonna use you as an example, Izzy. I love you, but, like, I'm only gonna tell you the future. You know what your past Oh, I know what you mean, sorry. You wanna know, is the past coming back, somebody new, both? Okay, sorry about that, Izzy. Okay, if the past comes back, uh, nope, nope. I will tell you from personal experience, from intuitive guidance, from all my client experiences and my friends, very rarely does it work out when a past comes back because they are who they are, you are who you are, it didn't work out. Chances are it's not going to work out again. Don't let the past back in. It's time for you to move forward. I hear it's a brave new world. And then I hear that song, Jump on It. I don't think it says jump on it, but jump on it. That and on it and on and on and on it. That song. Um, but they're talking about somebody new coming in. I feel like there's the potential for someone new to come in February, Izzy, and the person coming in February is going to have a lot in common with you. You're just going to click. It's just going to be a really good click. And sometimes you guys, I'm going to say this too. The past is comfortable. We have good memories, and the way the mind or the brain or the memory works for survival on this planet is we tend to forget the negative parts about it, and we start to think about only the good parts of it, like with a past person. Um, and then when they show up, if they show up, we have already been thinking about the good parts. At first, we're angry and we're upset, and we have the negative memories or the bad things that have happened. And then we go into the good things. We forget about those. We get over it temporarily. We're thinking about the good things, and then they show up, if they show up, and then we are we might consider getting back together with them. And then as a safety mechanism, our brain starts to play the bad things that have happened to warn us to not let this happen again. So it's very difficult for it to be healthy and successful. And typically, an ex will show up right when somebody new is about to come in. And they can feel that because your energy is still connected. And they can feel somebody new is just about to come in for you. And you can feel love coming in, and the ex shows up, so you think, oh, it's the ex. I was no, 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 there's someone new. So Izzy, I'm just going to say there's the potential for somebody brand new, somebody you've never met before, somebody you have no idea about, coming in February, and this will be a really, really, really good person for you. This is going to be somebody you two just click. There's minimal disagreements, but if there is a disagreement, there's a conversation about that disagreement. And the disagreements are so crazy because they're like, I feel like tacos. No, I feel like pizza. Okay, get a tostado. Tostada. You feel like pizza? Get a tostado. I'll get a taco. I don't know. They're like not even real disagreements. Okay, but take your time. Angel up above. Love Pee Wee Herman. Me too. Thank you, Amy. Angel up above, did I already answer a question for you? I feel like I did. Guys, please remember it's one question per show until I get through everything. I did answer Pat Haley's question. Thank you so much, love. Oh, okay. So a little for my career. This is Ahana. I'm choosing very different path and not a traditional one. And my parents think it's not stable for my life. Do you think I should do as my parents say or as I want? Ooh. Okay. I'm going to ask this a little bit differently. Your soul knows. What are the choices between Ahana? Ahana, what are the choices before I say anything? Is this a choice like, is this between like, oh, what path are you thinking? Say, my path is this. My parents want me to do this. Ahana. I think it's important that I know that before I answer. I think our soul knows what we want and what we're supposed to do here. But I also want it to be something that is good and practical for you, that you can actually survive on. There are a lot of people going to college and getting degrees, and they cannot find a job because the degree shouldn't even be offered at this point in college, but they do. They take the money. My path is doing law after engineering in AI, and my parents think I should stick to engineering. Follow your path. If you're doing, okay, if you're doing law after engineering, okay, you're doing what they want, and then you're doing law on top of that. Follow your path. Engineering's really good depending on the type of engineering. I feel like you're going to know once you're there and once you're in it how you're going to be able to integrate both of them. You're going to know once you get there. All right, you guys. Tomorrow I will be doing book club. You can join us at noon. We will be discussing one question out of the What If book. And if you want to join, you can. You can just listen. You can watch. You can join in and answer the question, whatever it is for you. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. And until next week, have an absolutely amazing rest of the week.